understand. Yeah.
A storm is coming.
I am the B-E-S-T.
Oh, shucky ducky, quack, quack. New day.
Because mommy is always on top.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Neurodiverse and Wrestler Says. I'm your host Jade. And boy, after Saturday night's main event and Evolution, we are on the road to SummerSlam. SummerSlam is only a couple weeks away and Raw kicked it out of the park. The woman mostly took over the whole Raw. Raw was taken over by the woman. And we have a killer ending with a big return that shakes up almost everything for the rest of the year. So let's get right into it. So we start with Naomi coming out after her historic cash-in at Evolution, coming out all caution tape, newspapers all over herself, because she is the moment. And she comes out saying that you guys didn't like the glow, you guys liked the caution, you guys we was never there for her. And Jade and Bianca was holding her back. They are fake. They was holding her back. They never wanted her as the third person. They wanted her as a placeholder and a backup. And Naomi says she ain't no mother backup no more. And she says at SummerSlam, and she says to the whole locker room, all these other can try, but none of them are going to beat me. So Rhea is still fuming from Evolution because, you know, Naomi calls Rhea the Evolution match. Most likely Rhea was going to win. So Rhea comes out, fiery than ever, tells Naomi, I'm not scared of caution. And also, I'm on top. And you never pinned me, so I want a match at SummerSlam. And then IYO SKY comes out, and IYO SKY says, back of the line, Rhea, and she wants a title rematch. And Naomi says, that's funny, both of your ugly get in the back of the line. So Naomi's just cursing. Naomi's dropping bombs. And then Adam Pearce comes out because all the women argue. He's like, you know what? No. At SummerSlam, we're going to get a triple threat. What? Hopefully that main event's at least night 1 or night 2. Most likely. So we're going to have a main event. And then we get a women's match. So we get the Kabuki Warriors versus Judgment Day. And it was really good. So it was high-flying, some shenanigans, because Dominic Mysterio came out with Roxanne and Raquel. Very interesting. But it was good. Raquel overpowers early. I like how Raquel... It was a spot when all women Kabuki Warriors did a double armbar. So each woman did an armbar. And Raquel just throws Asuka onto Kairi and Roxanne. Roxanne slaps Asuka, but Asuka didn't like it. That was kind of funny. And at the end, Dominic helps by distracting Kairi. So when Kairi goes up, Roxanne takes the pin. And then when Roxanne rolls up Kairi, Raquel helps by putting her feet on Roxanne to keep the pin eligible without the referee seeing. And it was good. And pretty much, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. The women's tag team division is actually heating up. We actually got a women's tag team division now, as well as Dom kind of helping Roxanne. Liv is watching, and I can't wait to see what Liv does when she comes back. And then we got Heyman giving an update on Seth, and he tells everyone, guys, like, you know that Money in the Bank is eligible until June of 2026 of next year. So Seth can cash in at any time. Most likely Seth is injured and they don't want to talk about it that much because SummerSlam plans. So they have Breakker, and he announces Breakker is going to be in the gauntlet. So I guess Breakker is most likely taking Seth's place during SummerSlam for now. We just have to wait to see. And then we got Lyra versus Bayley 2 out of 3 falls match. The winner gets a match against Becky Lynch for the women's IC title at SummerSlam. I loved it. This match is really good. And it was really good. Like, Bayley got the first win by a roll-up. Second one went to Lyra with a roll-up. And then it was a crazy fight to the finish. Both women, they did an apron spot. Lyra does like a reverse Nightwing to a powerbomb for the win.
Wow.
It was really aggressive. And at the end, Becky comes out just facing Lyra, and we see Bayley outside of the ring looking mad. I think Bayley's going to turn heel. I feel like Bayley's most likely going to cost Lyra the match at SummerSlam, or Bayley's going to align herself with Becky, something like that. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. And I can't wait. Lyra versus Becky as Money in the Bank was good, and Backlash. So, like, them going for the 3rd time, I can't wait. And then we got a Karrion Kross promo with Scarlett, and it was good. They made it cinematic. They had that Netflix money. That Netflix money went into that promo. Karrion Kross is getting that Netflix money and some coin. He's sitting in a nice throne-looking chair, Scarlett next to him. He's talking about how Sami Zayn was a liar and a fake, and he didn't let his true self show. That's why he took him out. And he is about to take over the division. I can't wait to see this feud is getting personal quick. Is Sami gonna come back by SummerSlam time for them to have a match? I cannot wait. And then, guys, we had a little bit of a Diva showdown in the next match. So backstage tensions turn into a match. Kind of into a match, but it's gonna be a preview of what happens after the match. Chelsea Green is complaining, but first Stephanie Valkyria talks about how does an interview, and she says at Clash at Paris she's gonna face the World Heavyweight Champion. So yes, whoever wins at SummerSlam will face Stephanie Valkyria. I'm really interested to see who will face Stephanie Valkyria. But then Chelsea Green comes up. I guess Chelsea Green is out on Raw. I don't know, and she's complaining. And then Stephanie says, how about you fight me? And then Chelsea's like, no, I'm going to fight a Hall of Famer and Nikki Bella. So then it leads into the match. Nikki Bella versus Chelsea Green, the Diva Showdown. It was actually pretty good. Green actually took over most of the match. I liked it. Green got aggressive. She did a head slide-in slam. She pulled Nikki's hair. We really saw Nikki as the underdog, and I kind of liked it. They didn't book her as like John Cena type or like the over superhero, like the, you know how they book the babyface, like how the babyface just overpowers everyone. I kind of liked it. Like she had a weakness. But at the end, Nikki hits a Bella Buster and a Vac Attack 2.0 for the win. And then Chelsea Green girls jumper, literally Piper jumps on her and almost crushes her. I was worried about Nikki Sonaka because due to injury, but goddamn. And then Stephanie Valkyria comes out to make the save. Are we getting a women's tag match at SummerSlam? And maybe Brie Bella comes to help to even the odds? We just have to wait to see. And then we get a bunch of funny backstage vignettes. Okay, Raw's eating it with the backstage. So we have the New Day going up to Adam Pearce, mourning the tag team titles again and complaining. So Adam Pearce says, you know what, next week we're going to have a tag team #1 contender match. We don't know what type of match it is, but it's going to be a match. And then Adam Pearce sees Judgment Day leaving, and he's like, no. He says, Roxanne and Raquel, great job on your match. They get to leave, but he pulls Dom away like he's a principal, and he's telling Dom, Dr. Notes ain't going to cut it. So next week, if you don't actually have a doctor's note or you don't look as injured, you're going to get a match at SummerSlam against AJ. Dom is flustered. Finn says, we will find a way not for you to have the match. Judgment Day leaves him where Dom is kind of panicking, and over in the corner, AJ is like praying to the gods. Like, is AJ Styles like low-key just stalking Judgment Day? Like, Dominic is going to the car. Dominic, like, anytime Judgment Day is like out, he's just like in the background. Really funny. And then we get And next week we got announced a big brawl. So Rusev is doing a promo in a backstage interview, and he's talking about how he's done with Sheamus. He took Sheamus out. You know, he chopped him. He pulled his neck next to the open ring rope. You know, like Rusev pretty much kind of cheated, but so Sheamus come out. He's like, actually, you cheated. You actually you plucked my eye, and then you slammed my neck into something, and then stole the win. So I talked to Adam Pearce. So next week they're gonna have a match, and I cannot wait. Their first match was good. The second match, I cannot wait. I feel like it's gonna be more aggressive and violent than ever. And then we have the main event. But before that, Gunther comes to celebrate him taking Goldberg out. He comes out with a celebration. I was like, okay, let's bring out the bubbly, bring out the balloons for Gunther. He's so happy that he took out Goldberg at Saturday night's main event. And he said he's going to be watching the gauntlet from his VIP party lounge up in the crowd. I liked that. But then Breakker music suddenly hits. We know the drama was going to start. The crowd was hype. Heyman tries to talk, and Gunther tells Heyman to shut up. But Breakker gets in Gunther's face, and Heyman says, no, let me finish. So Heyman says, well, I have a spoiler. Breakker's going to win the gauntlet, and he's going to beat you for the championship. So Gunther, watch how you're going to lose. Gunther gives a side eye. He goes up to the VIP lounge to watch the match. And then we have the men's gauntlet. And boy, was it good, okay? We had LA Knight, Penta, Breakker, CM Punk, Jey Uso. And Breakker pretty much demolishes most of the match. Breakker starts out with Penta. He pretty much takes Penta. And then one out there honor, each man tries their best, but Breakker is just overpowering them. And then CM Punk comes in, and CM Punk steals the win in a good way. It was a shocker how CM Punk took the win. Not like... So CM Punk will be facing Gunther at SummerSlam, and then after, Breakker's mad, Reed's mad. Heyman is like, I don't know what to do. Seth is still not here, so attack. So Heyman lets out the dogs. They beat the hell out of Punk. But then, guys, the big dog returns. Roman Reigns is back. He takes out the hell out of Reed and Breakker. Heyman looks shooketh. He's walking away with his boys. Punk is kind of confused. Punk is looking at him like, oh, wow. Okay, so we're aligned. Roman kind of gives a look to Punk, and then Jay's there too. So we end the show with Jay, Punk, and Roman in the ring while everyone else is by ringside. Main event picture is completely shaken, and we have to wait to see how this all blows out. I feel like this is going to be the build for War Games, because we need a group to go against Seth's faction, I guess you can say. So I guess we will have Team Punk. I don't know what to call the team, but we have Seth's group that will be Seth, Breakker, Reed, and maybe one more person. I keep saying Ricky Sings didn't win the title. He lost a Great American Bash. Just move him up, just kind of add him in. And then we will have most likely Punk, Jay, Roman, and I will say just for the fun of it, John Cena. Yeah, I feel like John Cena would weave his way into that War Game match. Because why not? So that's really good. And I cannot wait to see. I'm going to give the show 4 out of 5. It was really good. I was surprised. I was kind of happy that we had a pretty decent showing of the Women's Showcase because Evolution did it. But I love how Raw was like, you know what? Like, let's run some matches back again because it was good. And pretty much, we already have 3 matches announced for SummerSlam. 2 of them are pretty much going to be main events or near main events. The women's 3-way Punk and Gunther Like, we pretty much have maybe night 1 or night 2, either one of them can be the main event. And Roman's back. So I cannot wait. Hopefully you guys like the video. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that like button. Share with everyone else that you know. And hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. And I'll see you guys next time.